Hey everyone, William Ryder here. Make a video about the gear I plan to use for the 2024 NRL Hunter season and any other type of field style matches that I may shoot next year. Primarily NRL Hunter though. I learned a lot of lessons this current year, 2023, from my first match where I had never even shot one to go into the Grand Slam. So we're going to talk about what's in the backpack, what I carry on my body, binos, bag, pants, belt, that kind of stuff. So we'll start over here with the backpack. This is the Mystery Ranch. I believe it's either 2-day or 3-day assault pack. Up top here, I carry hydration supplements, my Ear Pro. So Ear Pro, I started out with using earmuffs, but then quickly realized that that was suboptimal for me personally because they just created more weight. They might possibly get in the way of the stock. They usually didn't. It was more of a weight thing and also a heat thing. Some of the matches this summer were blistering hot, and anything I can do to help dissipate the heat from my head or my body is beneficial to me. So these helped a lot. These are the little 3M Peltors. They're great. The case does not recharge on these, but they're almost half the price of the ones that the case does. So I carry water hydration supplements. These are liquid or elements, similar to liquid IVs, drip drops. So on the opposite end of the spectrum, some of the matches were cold. So I carry hot hands. So we got hot hands, dude wipes, Tylenol, chamber flag, all that kind of stuff here in this little admin type pouch. And then the bigger pouch here, I carry this water resistant pouch that Gunworks, when they hosted their match in Cody, every competitor got one of these bags. My understanding is this is what they ship their ammunition in. Could be totally wrong in that, but that's what I heard. So I keep this in this top pouch, keep it, it's water resistant. Inside of here, I keep a set of fix-it sticks, just the general everything you're going to need to fix something out in the field kind of thing. Nothing crazy. It's their smaller one, worth their weight in gold when you're somewhere and nobody else has tools. Then I also keep a Kestrel. Generally not going to use it much for NRL Hunter. I will use it to write out my hard dope cards, stuff like that when I get to the range. Then got another thing of hot hands. And then a magazine loader from MDT. I picked it up on their Black Friday sale when I bought my bipod. I was like, well, we'll give it a shot. I also keep backup dry or wet erase markers, actually. I used to use dry erase and then learned about wet erase and how they won't just wipe away. Not as easily as a dry erase does anyway. So that's this little pouch here. This thing is a great little admin type pouch. You can pull everything out and it just slides right back in here. Once again, that little bag came from Gunworks. They hosted the match in Cody this year, and I've been using it. It's great. So, next thing we said, water hydration. This is a water bottle. Nalgene is very simple, right? Just the water bottle. On here, though, I keep an extra pair of Safariland earplugs. These are passive, but they're electronically passive. So, I wouldn't want to be shooting by a bunch of people with these on, but for me as a single shooter or suppressed, or by people with suppressors, totally fine, worth it, especially in an outdoor environment like NRL Hunter matches are. Come around here, I got a Gen 7 cat tourniquet here. This is a new bag from Armageddon Gear this year. I think they call it the channel lock. And what it does is, it's supposed to have opposing channels that go through it. So you can put it on a fence rail, a cattle gate, and then you have a lot of lateral support here as well for the rifle. It's also super lightweight, get light. I'm going to try it out this year. It's also going to double as a nice little cushion to sit out on the field. This bag, I generally keep my brass in after I've shot. Then I also have this little pump here to clean off lenses instead of getting your fingers in there, stuff like that. So use that to clean off your lenses. Over here on this side, I used to keep my game changer in here, and it worked fine, but I would waste some time getting it out, or if it fell out while I was going to a stage. So I'm going to show you later how I'm going to carry my game changer for 2024. Over here, this is the tripod I'm currently going to use. I may swap it up throughout the year as new stuff comes available or whatever. This is the Leofoto ST364C. So it's a 36 millimeter main tube, and then it's got 4 sections. And the ST means it's got this head that's built in here, swivels around, and also it has an LSC 50 head. So it's a QD clamp that does ARCA as well as Picatinny there. Then I have the OBI link system here. So this, just clip it right there, And then your hands are free. You run up stage, you grab it off, you set it down, and start to deploy it. So, OBI link, Leofoto tripod, great little piece of gear, not crazy heavy, not super long, doesn't really get in the way. So, let's go to the inside of the bag here. I went to Mystery Ranch. I like the way that it opens up like this, so I don't have to dig everything from the top. So, just super beneficial there. Keep a hat in there. Some days it's super sunny or it's rainy. You want to keep some of the rain out of your face, keep some of the sun off of it. Hat I got for free years ago. I do like Loophole products, but free hat, and free is free. So, ammo. I carry mine in the Coltac Ammo Novel. It'll hold 129 rounds of 6.5 Creed, 308, large frame stuff like that. Great instead of having to dig through ammo boxes, and it's just a lot more flexible as well for the backpack. Snacks. You gotta have some type of snacks. I don't like to eat a heavy meal during a match. Kind of get groggy the second part of the day. So I'll just carry some beef jerky with me, trail mix, something like that. I have beef jerky here. A towel. So just like right now, it's kind of getting a little warm. You don't want sweat rolling down your eyes during a match. Keep a towel on you. Keep yourself dry. First aid kit. More of a trauma kit, I would say. It's a, stop the bleed kit, gauze, tourniquets on the front. I have another tourniquet in here, shears, space blanket, gloves, all that kind of stuff you should, carry in a trauma kit, right? Because bullets are flying, you don't want to catch one, because accidents happen, negligence happen, whether it's your fault or somebody else's fault. Side pouches in here. I have a rain fly for the backpack. So this just clips on the top of it, and then you can cover the whole backpack with a rain fly. Keeps it dry in the case it does rain. Sunblock. Wife fusses at me all the time that I don't put sunblock on, so I carry this with me. This is a rollerball one, kind of like the old school deodorant stuff. You just roll it on. Super easy to put on and doesn't leak. Got that. Then over on this side, this pouch here, this is a rain fly for my rifle. So if it's raining or something out there and there's no shade to cover your rifle in between stages, you put this on there. Keeps water from getting in it, dirt, grime, all that other good stuff as well. Batteries. Most of this gear we use nowadays for these matches are electronic, whether it's range finding binos, range finding binoculars, just a range finder, or your Kestrel, or whatever you're using, Ear Pro even, batteries, right? So I keep spare batteries, all the common stuff I use, AA, AAA, CR2, 2032, all that stuff. I keep a spare timer as well. I use this, I'll go over that when we get to the bino harness setup, but I use this to time my stage and make sure that I'm not running out of time or being inefficient with my time. So spare timer, because electronics break, and they break at the worst time they can. This is one of the big changes for this year for me. This is the Outdoor Research Helium line of rain gear. So this is a set of pants. You see how small, compact, rolls up. Is much smaller than the, I think it was REI gear I was using earlier this year. Much more compact. I mean, it's a large beer size right there. But you take it and just slide it right back in there. The little pouches on the side of the backpack. Same for the jacket here. Full-size rain jacket. Super lightweight. Nothing worse than shooting a match in the rain and not having rain gear. So I carry this with me regardless of the forecast. It just stays in there. Once again, rolls up. Super tiny. So that is, and then keep a little notebook in here to keep track of scorecard, pen, paper. If I have a question on my reticle, this is the Loophole PR2 overlay. I can take a second while I'm sitting down in between stages, look at the reticle if I have a question about something, or if I want to show somebody else something, because this game is also about teaching other people, helping other people. So that's the backpack in a nutshell. We'll start over here. iPro. Some matches require iPro, some don't. I think iPro in general is a good idea to wear, but I don't think that it should be mandatory. I think that's a user discretion kind of thing. So this is the ones I've gone with. I do generally wear them though, because I only have one set of eyes, and it's not something that can just be replaced. It can't. There's no hearing aid for your eyes, right? hearing gets messed up, get some hearing aids. iPro though, these are the Oakley Tombstones. I went with these for a couple reasons. One, they're super quick to change between fog or shaded, fogged, whatever you want to call it, clear lenses. It just clicks in, clicks out kind of thing. Also, there's no top part that connects to your forehead, so you're going to allow that heat to dissipate through there to stop them from fogging up, because fog is something that happens very frequently. And as well as not having a frame means that you don't see the corner of that frame in your peripheral as you're shooting. If you're going to wear iPro, make sure you zero your rifle, check your dope, all that with iPro on. It can affect your parallax, stuff like that, okay? So these are Oakley Tombstones. I'm sure there's other great brands out there. That's the ones that I've decided to go with because of the reasons I mentioned. Binocular harness. So I run the Sig Sauer 10Ks. My opinion, they have the fastest laser out there. Really great beam divergence. So I run them. I keep one of the wet erase markers zip tied here, so when I pull them out, it's in my hand. Make sure I can write down my data as I get it. I started out the year with the Sig Furies, and they're fine. They were just slow. For me, it was, I hit the range button, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it created a solution. These, it's almost instantaneous. It's crazy how fast they are. So I'm running the Sig 10Ks, and this is just the factory harness that comes with it. It's a great little H-style harness. Have been very happy with it. It's obviously tangled up right now because it never wants to cooperate when you need it to, right? So, but all the sides disconnect, so you can just buckle it onto yourself. In the side here, keep another set of ear pro, because why not? Keep another battery for the binoculars. I don't like to keep one in it because I feel like, if you're not using it, it could drain. On this side, I have a grease pen in case it is raining real hard and the wet erase wouldn't stay on. I also have a lens cloth cleaner here. And then I have another battery. So on the side here is my kitchen countdown timer. This is what I use to time myself during a match. For NRL Hunter, as an individual shooter, you get 4 minutes. So I set it for 4 minutes and 1 second. So that way when I hit start,
4 minutes left.
it starts counting down. It lets me know. Because otherwise, if it's 4 minutes or below that, you just hear that, not 100% sure you hit the right button. So that'll count down every minute, and then every 30 seconds under a minute, and then every 10 seconds under 30 seconds. That just lets me know when I need to stop looking for targets and when I need to focus on making impacts. So the wet erase marker, I also keep one on my data board here. What this is for is once I get the ranges from the binoculars or the rangefinder, I write it down here. I will draw out kind of the field of fire, the mills, and the shapes, stuff like that. I will take a little bit extra time to create a good data reference board here. So that way when I get on the rifle, there's really no question about where I should be shooting or what elevation. This is the large data board by Sun and Shadow. I keep this basically cleaned off up here because I'll write on here using the grease pen or the wet erase. And then inside of here, I will use hard data in case something happens where the binoculars are dead, or there's a stage where like, oh, all electronics are dead. Figure it out. Something like that. Great arm board. Used it all season. Super happy with it. Armageddon gear game changer. This is the Schmedium. I have some glass beads in here that I got off of Amazon. They are impervious to water, so it won't get all sandy or blocky once it gets wet. If the sand gets wet, it won't clump together. I used to carry this in the side here, on this pouch right here, in there. Sometimes it would flop out, whatever. It just wasn't the best idea, but it's what I had at the time. So what I've done differently going forward for 2024, I got the OBI link system here. So there's a male adapter, for lack of better words, and a female adapter here. So that will hold onto my belt system here, and I can just grab it as I come up to a stage. That's one of the big changes gear-wise for me this year. Use a Coltac mag pouch. Great little mag pouch, doesn't get in the way once the magazine's out. It folds down nice and flat. 6-hour rangefinder over here in case my binos die or something happens. This is the Kilo 8K. It has the same exact ballistic solver laser as the 10Ks. I picked this up off a price table earlier this year, and once I saw how fast this was at providing a solution, that's when I decided to go and buy the 10Ks, because it's crazy quick. So these are the Cry G3 Precision Pants. For last year, I ran a Amazon copy of them in M81 camo. They're like $80 off Amazon. Worked great. I only got Cries because I traded a friend for some stuff, kind of thing. The $80 ones off Amazon work fantastic. These are knee pads. You shoot an NRL Hunter, you're out in rocky terrain, wooded terrain, whatever. I have to have knee pads, otherwise it's just going to kill my knees. Nice thing about these and the copies is inside they have an elastic band in there to hold a spare magazine. So I'll keep a spare mag in that pocket, and then I'll keep the one I plan to shoot with off of here. These are both accurate mags, and they are 6.5 Creed specific. Basically, it's the 308 mag without the binder plate, but they are labeled 6.5 Creed on the back, and it allows me to run a slightly longer case overall length on my rounds without any feeding issues that I would otherwise see in the typical 308 magazine. So, if you got any questions, feel free to drop a comment, shoot me a message. If you found this video to be beneficial, please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. This is a very small channel. I'm just trying to put out good information and help people get better.